Welcome back everyone. Lesson 4 here, last one for the week. We are looking at the process of commodification in this lesson. Very first activity we've got here is what is commodification, and I've written in brackets here a concept card. What I want you to do is have a quick flash of your commodification concept card, test yourself on it, and I want to see if what you've written here matches that card. So I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. Before you do the card thing, write down what you think commodification means and what it is, and then test yourself with that concept card, see if you got it right or not. Remembering that if you're ever unsure, you can check out the syllabus glossary for all your concept needs. So when we look at commodification, I'll pause it, I'll give you time to do that. Okay, now that you've unpaused me, commodification is a social process. So again, it's a process. It's not a product. Commodification is the process. Commodity is the physical product that happens as a result of commodification. So commodification is the process where something is turned into a commodity. So that's where you're getting a product or an idea and you're commodifying it to make it sellable, to be able to make it give the producers of a sitcom some dosh, because you're going to want to spend your money on it because you love watching the sitcom. That's the kind of the market play and strategy there. So they want to get you to have or they want some perceived value in that item. Again, if we look at our characteristics, if it's associated with products, if it's really popular around the world and it's really accessible, constantly changing and evolving, it's something that's really attractive to be associated with in culture. And so to be able to commodify it is again the end game where you're trying to make money off it. And so the process of commodification for the popular culture of sitcoms looks a bit different to what other popular cultures might be. So you've got a few word banks here to get through, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it, and this may not necessarily be in the order here. So in order for sitcoms to be able to be commodified or into a selling process, it really has to be, or the content itself has to be popular enough to get a global audience on board. So what you'll probably find is that US, UK sitcoms often gel really well with an Australian audience down here, because we hold typically very similar values to those two societies. We also hold, I guess, not 100%, but a lot of our humour is very similar. And that's probably in part shaped by how much we consume their culture in terms of other popular culture mediums like music, social media, movies. But sitcoms and television is also a part of that. So that's part of the commodification process, is you're trying to sell humour, and you're trying to sell humour that will appeal to people of different cultures. And that can be a tricky thing to do, because at the same time, as we've got here, it really needs to be current and reflecting society's culture, its current beliefs, its current values, in order to remain effective. So people need to be able to, one, identify with the content to be able to find it funny, and then they've got to make sure that that content is relevant to their own lives, especially because sitcoms often mirror our daily life and interactions as well. So that's the process of commodification there. Some hardcore examples we can look at. So I'll do that before you proceed to the next page. So pause me now and then do that page. All right. Now that you've done that work, some examples of commodification include the following. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical item, although it can be. So the process of commodification can include the sorts of following things. So the first one is influence. So, and these are almost, like I was saying, some of these are things that you can see or physically touch, and some are not. So a behavior, or human behavior, and your sense of humor is something that can be commodified and sold, but it's not necessarily a product that you buy off the shelf. So when you're watching a sitcom, You're going to be watching people behaving in different ways. You're going to be laughing at a lot of their jokes, and you might even tend to emulate that within your own life. I know I've done it, and I know you guys have probably done it too. You've probably quoted your favorite parts of a TV show or sitcom or one of the classic catchphrases when something similar has happened in your own life. That's a perfect example of commodification. They've sold that value or that idea or that sense of humor, that piece of behavior trope that the characters do, you now do. That is part of the commodification process. But it can also be physical things too. So here we have an image of Rachel from Friends, and her hairstyle back when it was airing on TV, I don't want to say almost everyone, but a huge percentage of the population across Western culture. She used to have and the producers did this on purpose, she had sort of a different hairstyle each season. And a lot of people would try mirror Rachel's hairstyle across that decade. So people used to go to hairdressers and ask for the Rachel, and they would have to know exactly what season that it was up to, so to make sure that they gave the right type of haircut. But this was, I think, early on season 1, maybe season 2 there. Where you can see her hairstyle there. A lot of people trying to mirror and emulate that. So that is an example of commodification there as well. It can also be merchandise, which are physical products. This one's easy to distinguish. You got things like coffee mugs, doormats, as we can see there are Friends doormats, clothing. A lot of people have shirts that have a sitcom quote on it. You've got DVDs, CDs, autographs, set artifacts. You know, if you're a real big nerd, I guess, you might buy, I don't know, Sheldon's shirts that he wore, for example. But you've got other paraphernalias there as well. So anything, like another example might be, a lot of people have like an iPhone case that has a character from Brooklyn Nine-Nine they like, or something like that. So merchandise is another way to commodify. That's a real easy one because it's a commodity. It's a physical product that you can buy and engage with. Immersion is another sort of commodification example. Have you guys ever done any of those, take this quiz to find out which character from Friends you are, or something like that? Any of those sorts of things are still an example of commodification. Although you're technically not paying to do that, what you're doing is engaging still with that sitcom popular culture. You're more likely then to, watch the show or get ads of it pop up in your social media feed, and all of those things help to drive sale targets. The more something streams, the more money producers get, and so on. It can also be other things like physical immersion. So a lot of people do Comic-Con style events or conventions, and they cosplay, so they dress up as their favorite characters. Again, that's an immersion of commodification. They're almost aligning their physical identity to that there. Apps is another strong one. There, I have an image here of the Holt soundboard. So if anyone's watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you can, all of his funny quotes and stuff, you can just download the app on your phone for free, hit that, hit whatever button it is you like, and you'll get Holt's famous one-liners there. Another classic one was the bro code from How I Met Your Mother that Barney put together, is also an app. So again, that's a sense of commodification. It's selling ideas or a certain culture that's perpetuated in the show, and you're engaging with that, so you're consuming it. And then the last one, there's probably more, I just listed the top 5 I could think of, is subscriptions. So people are obviously paying for online streaming, whether that's Netflix, Foxtel, Stan, Disney, whatever 1,000 streaming services there are out there now, Apple TV. By you paying for that, you are by extension likely to be consuming some form of sitcom at any point in time. And so by you paying for that, that's an example of commodification because it's part of the suite or package that you get. So with that being said, I would now like you to apply the concept of technology to commodification and think and answer, how have technological developments assisted the commodification process of sitcoms? Provide examples in your response. Quick 3-liner here. So assisted in the commodification process. So how has it made it easier to commodify something? How has technology made it easier? Okay. Look forward to reading your response. Thank you for a great week. See you in the next one.